Seniors, did you know that one simple daily habit can dramatically protect your body after 60? From boosting memory and protecting blood vessels to lowering cancer risk, this habit targets the root of 90% of diseases most people face. In this video, I'll show you exactly what to do every day to stay healthier, sharper, and stronger as you age. The first habit is deceptively simple, yet it's one of the most overlooked practices in daily health routines: drinking a full glass or two of water first thing in the morning. While it may sound basic, this small act carries profound benefits, particularly for those over 60, when our body systems become more sensitive to neglect. After a night of sleep, your body has typically gone 6 to 8 hours or longer without any water intake. This extended period of dehydration, even if mild, can have a cascading effect on your physical and mental health. It sets the stage for issues that impact memory, circulation, and even your risk of certain diseases. When you wake up, your body is often in a state of mild dehydration because during sleep, you lose water through breathing, sweating, and metabolic processes. This subtle water deficit thickens your blood, slows down your digestion, and reduces how efficiently oxygen is delivered to critical organs like your brain, heart, and kidneys. For seniors, this can manifest as morning grogginess, stiff joints, sluggish digestion, or even a sense of mental fog that makes it harder to recall names or focus on tasks. Over time, chronic low-grade dehydration can even worsen inflammation, which is a key driver of many age-related conditions, including heart disease, arthritis, and some cancers. So, why does morning hydration matter so much for you? First, it directly supports your cardiovascular health. Dehydrated blood is thicker and more sticky, forcing your heart to pump much harder to circulate it throughout your body. This added strain can raise your blood pressure and increase the risk of heart-related events, especially in older adults whose blood vessels may already be less flexible. By simply drinking water first thing, you restore fluidity to your blood, easing the workload on your heart and improving circulation to every part of your body. Second, hydration is absolutely critical for brain function. Your brain is approximately 75% water, and even mild dehydration can impair your cognitive performance, leading to forgetfulness, reduced focus, and slower reaction times. Research from the Journal of Nutrition in 2019 found that dehydration in older adults is clearly linked to poorer attention and memory performance. By rehydrating first thing in the morning, you're essentially giving your brain the essential resources it needs to stay sharp, which is especially crucial for maintaining mental clarity as you age. Third, morning water intake actively supports your body's natural detoxification systems. Your liver and kidneys work tirelessly to filter toxins and waste from your body, but they rely heavily on adequate hydration to function optimally. Chronic dehydration has been linked to a higher risk of kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and even certain cancers such as bladder and colorectal cancer. According to studies published in journals like Cancer Epidemiology, Biomarkers and Prevention, proper hydration helps flush out metabolic waste and supports cellular health, significantly reducing the burden on these vital organs. So, how can you make this powerful habit work for you? Start your day with 16 to 32 ounces, that's about 2 small or 1 large glass, of clean, room temperature water before reaching for coffee, tea, or breakfast. Room temperature water is gentler on your stomach than ice-cold water, especially for older adults with sensitive digestive systems. Some people like to enhance their water with a squeeze of fresh lemon for a boost of vitamin C and a mild digestive aid, or a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt to replenish electrolytes, particularly if you're active or live in a warm climate. However, plain water is just as effective and perfectly fine. What matters most is consistency. Consider the story of Harold, an 82-year-old retiree who was struggling with borderline high blood pressure and frequent forgetfulness. His doctor suggested he simply start his day with a tall glass of filtered water, sipped slowly over 10 minutes before his usual coffee. Harold was skeptical. Could something so simple truly make a difference? But after 3 months of consistent morning hydration, his blood pressure readings improved noticeably, his energy levels stabilized, and he even noticed fewer senior moments. He jokingly remarked, "I thought I was just getting old, but it turns out I was just dried out." Harold's story illustrates a powerful truth. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most effective, yet they're often ignored in favor of more complex interventions. To make this habit stick, keep a glass or a reusable water bottle by your bedside or in the kitchen as a clear visual reminder. If you struggle with the taste of plain water, experiment with natural additions like cucumber slices, mint leaves, or a splash of apple cider vinegar if your stomach tolerates it. The goal is to make this a non-negotiable part of your morning routine, just like brushing your teeth. Over time, this small act can profoundly improve your digestion, reduce joint stiffness, enhance mental clarity, boost your energy, and strengthen your immune system. A well-hydrated body is a resilient body, much better equipped to handle the challenges and embrace the joys of aging. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Our next habit is another seemingly simple practice with truly transformative potential, a daily brisk walk. No, you don't need to run marathons, climb mountains, or train like an elite athlete. Just walking consistently and with purpose can profoundly impact your health, particularly after age 60. This low-impact activity engages nearly every system in your body, from your heart and lungs to your muscles, joints, and brain, making it one of the most effective ways to prevent or manage up to 90% of common chronic diseases. Walking is far more than just exercise. It's a powerful catalyst for better circulation, which is absolutely critical as we age. When you walk briskly for 15 to 30 minutes, your heart rate rises, pumping oxygen-rich blood more efficiently to your organs and tissues. This improved blood flow nourishes your brain, lubricates your joints, and even helps regulate blood sugar by encouraging muscles to absorb glucose from the bloodstream. According to the American Diabetes Association, regular walking can reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes by up to 30% in at-risk individuals, a significant benefit for seniors who may be dealing with insulin resistance. But the benefits extend far beyond blood sugar control. One of the most remarkable effects of daily walking is its impact on brain health. A 2018 study published in Neurology found that older adults who engaged in regular brisk walking showed increased volume in the hippocampus, which is the brain region specifically responsible for memory and learning. This structural change is associated with better recall, sharper focus, and a lower risk of cognitive decline. For anyone worried about forgetting names, misplacing keys, or struggling with mental clarity, walking can be an incredibly powerful tool to keep the brain active and healthy. Walking also plays a vital role in cancer prevention. While it's certainly not a cure, consistent physical activity has been linked to a reduced risk of several cancers, including colon, breast, and endometrial cancers, according to research from the National Cancer Institute. How does it work? Walking helps regulate hormones like estrogen and insulin, which can fuel certain cancers when they're imbalanced. It also enhances immune surveillance, essentially enabling your body to identify and eliminate abnormal cells before they become problematic. Additionally, walking reduces systemic inflammation, creating an environment that is simply less conducive to cancer development. To maximize these incredible benefits, your walk needs to be intentional. A leisurely stroll through the mall or around the house, while nice, doesn't quite provide the same benefits. Aim for a pace that elevates your heart rate and leaves you slightly out of breath, but still allows you to carry on a conversation. This is often described as a brisk pace, typically 3 to 4 miles per hour for most people. Swing your arms naturally to engage your upper body, and if possible, walk outdoors to soak up sunlight, a natural source of vitamin D, and breathe fresh air, both of which enhance mood and energy. If outdoor walking isn't an option due to weather or safety concerns, a treadmill or indoor walking path works just as well. The key here is consistency, not perfection. Take the example of Carol, a 76-year-old woman who started walking daily after her doctor flagged her high cholesterol levels. Initially, she could only manage 5 minutes around her neighborhood block, but she gradually built up to 20 minutes each morning. Within 6 months, her cholesterol levels improved, her sleep quality soared, and she rediscovered her love for crossword puzzles, which she'd abandoned due to persistent brain fog. Carol also noticed a profound psychological boost. Walking gave her a sense of accomplishment and control. counteracting the feelings of helplessness that sometimes accompany aging. Her story clearly underscores the ripple effect of this habit. Physical benefits lead to mental clarity, which in turn fosters emotional resilience. To incorporate daily walking, start small if you're new to it. Even 10 minutes counts, and you can gradually increase the duration as your stamina improves. Invest in comfortable, supportive shoes to protect your joints, and consider walking with a friend or listening to music or a podcast to make it enjoyable. The beauty of walking is its accessibility. You don't need a gym membership, fancy equipment, or a personal trainer. All you need is a pair of shoes, a safe place to walk, and a commitment to show up for yourself every day. Over time, this habit can restore your energy, enhance your mobility, and help you reclaim a sense of independence that aging sometimes erodes. The next powerful habit, which might seem unconventional at first glance, but whose impact is truly undeniable, is daily deep breathing combined with mindful stillness. This practice, which takes just 5 to 10 minutes a day, can profoundly transform your physical and mental health by reducing stress, lowering inflammation, and supporting memory, immunity, and overall resilience. For those over 60, when stress and inflammation can quietly undermine health, this habit is a true game changer. Let's start with the science of deep breathing. When you take slow, deliberate breaths that expand your diaphragm, that's the large muscle below your lungs. You activate the parasympathetic nervous system, often called the rest and digest or rest and repair system. This directly counters the fight or flight response driven by the sympathetic nervous system, which is often overactive due to chronic stress from financial worries, health concerns, or social isolation, all common challenges for older adults. Deep breathing effectively lowers cortisol levels, your body's main stress hormone, reduces heart rate, and calms inflammation, which is a root cause of many chronic conditions, including heart disease, arthritis, and neurodegenerative disorders like dementia. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Physiology found that diaphragmatic breathing improves heart rate variability, HRV, a key indicator of cardiovascular health and stress resilience. Higher HRV is associated with better heart health and a lower risk of stroke, both absolutely critical for seniors. Additionally, deep breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, a major nerve that connects your brain to your heart, lungs, and digestive system. This stimulation enhances digestion, regulates blood pressure, and promotes a profound sense of calm that can significantly improve sleep quality and mood. Now let's add mindful stillness to the equation. This doesn't mean complex meditation or chanting mantras. It's simply the practice of sitting quietly, noticing your thoughts without judgment, and allowing your mind to settle. When paired with deep breathing, this creates a mental shower, clearing the cognitive clutter that accumulates from daily stressors. For seniors, especially those living alone or dealing with grief or anxiety, this practice can be profoundly grounding. It fosters emotional resilience, reduces feelings of loneliness, and even boosts immune function by lowering stress hormones, as shown in research from Psychosomatic Medicine in 2018. Deep breathing also offers benefits beyond the nervous system and brain. Each diaphragmatic breath gently massages your internal organs, your lungs, liver, kidneys, and intestines, improving digestion, facilitating toxin elimination, and enhancing nutrient absorption, all of which tend to slow with age. This internal stimulation can alleviate common age-related complaints like bloating, constipation, or sluggish metabolism. Moreover, deep breathing fosters a profound sense of reconnection for seniors who sometimes feel estranged from their bodies, as if they no longer recognize or trust the vessel they inhabit. Taking a few moments each day to breathe intentionally, feeling the rise and fall of your belly, the rhythm of your breath, becomes an act of self-respect and presence, reaffirming that I'm still here and this body still matters. So, how do you do it? Find a quiet spot, your favorite chair, a park bench, or even your bed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if it feels right, and practice a simple breathing pattern. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 counts. Repeat this for 5 to 10 minutes, focusing gently on the sensation of your breath. If your mind wanders, and it will, simply bring it back without frustration. Over time, this practice becomes easier and its profound effects become more pronounced. Consider Frank, an 82-year-old widower who had battled high blood pressure for over a decade. Frustrated with medication side effects, he was skeptical when his granddaughter suggested deep breathing and mindful stillness. But he committed to 10 minutes each morning before breakfast, using a simple guided breathing app to stay on track. After 2 months, his blood pressure readings significantly improved, he felt less irritable, and he even rediscovered his love for reading, which he'd abandoned due to difficulty concentrating. Frank's experience highlights the biological power of this habit. By calming the nervous system, deep breathing creates a cascade of benefits that ripple through the body, from better digestion to sharper cognition. This practice isn't about achieving perfection or emptying your mind. It's about giving your body and brain a precious moment to reset. For seniors, it's a way to reclaim control over a body that may sometimes feel unpredictable, or a mind that feels scattered. It sends a powerful message to every single cell. You're safe, you're supported, and you can heal. To get started, set a daily reminder, perhaps pairing it with another habit like your morning water or your evening wind-down routine. If 10 minutes feels daunting, start with just 3 minutes and gradually build from there. Apps like Calm or Headspace can guide you, but truly, a simple timer and a quiet space are all you need. This habit is the very foundation that amplifies the benefits of hydration and walking. By consistently reducing stress and inflammation, it creates an internal environment where your body can repair, restore, and truly thrive. Day by day, you'll notice sharper clarity, softer tension, and a renewed sense of energy. It's a quiet but powerful transformation that proves small acts can indeed yield extraordinary results. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. The next powerful habit on our list might conjure images of daredevils plunging into icy lakes or athletes enduring frigid training regimens. But the notion of cold water exposure is far more accessible and profoundly beneficial than it seems at first glance, especially as a cornerstone for longevity, wellness, and holistic healing. Cold water exposure is a remarkably simple yet powerful habit that anyone, particularly older adults, can integrate into daily life. Far from requiring extreme measures like polar bear swims or ice baths, this practice can be as gentle as a brief cool shower, a splash of cold tap water on your face and arms, or even just soaking your hands in chilled water for a few moments. These small, intentional encounters with cold water can ignite a cascade of physiological responses that enhance circulation, dramatically reduce inflammation, boost mood, and fortify the body's resilience, offering a natural drug-free path to vitality. When your skin comes into contact with cold water, even for a fleeting 15 to 30 seconds, your body initiates a controlled stress response known as hormesis, a fascinating process where mild stressors actually stimulate adaptive health-promoting changes. This begins with vasoconstriction, where blood vessels temporarily narrow to conserve heat, quickly followed by vasodilation as they reopen, which significantly improves blood flow. This dynamic process enhances oxygen delivery to tissues, profoundly supports cardiovascular health, and facilitates nutrient distribution throughout your entire body. Simultaneously, the cold triggers a slower heart rate and a surge of norepinephrine, a powerful neurotransmitter and hormone that not only dampens inflammation but also significantly elevates mood, sharpens mental clarity, and heightens alertness. In essence, cold water exposure acts as a natural reset, jolting sluggish systems into action and encouraging the body to operate with greater efficiency and vigor. Historically, our ancestors were routinely exposed to fluctuating temperatures, wading through chilly streams, bathing in cold rivers, or enduring brisk mornings without the luxury of modern heating. These natural stressors kept their bodies adaptable, their vascular systems robust, and their immune responses sharp. In stark contrast, modern life, with its climate-controlled homes, heated blankets, and long steaming showers, has largely cocooned us in comfort, potentially diminishing our physiological resilience over time. Cold water exposure effectively reintroduces this primal stimulus, strengthening the vascular system, enhancing the body's natural ability to handle stress and stimulating the lymphatic system, which plays a critical role in flushing out toxins and waste. For older adults whose circulation, immune function, and detoxification processes often slow with age, this practice is particularly transformative, offering a gentle yet remarkably effective way to reinvigorate the body. The scientific evidence supporting cold water exposure is robust and growing. A 2016 study published in Medical Hypotheses found that cold showers could genuinely alleviate depressive symptoms by activating the sympathetic nervous system and boosting endorphin production, creating a natural antidepressant effect. Similarly, a 2014 study in the Journal of Physiology demonstrated that regular cold exposure significantly improved immune function, with participants reporting fewer infections over time. Another compelling finding from a 2014 study in diabetes revealed that cold exposure activates brown adipose tissue, often called brown fat, a metabolically active fat that burns energy to generate heat, aiding in blood sugar regulation and body temperature control. For seniors concerned about diabetes, weight gain, or metabolic slowdown, this activation of brown fat can be a significant boon, supporting overall metabolic health without requiring strenuous exercise or dietary overhauls. For those hesitant about embracing cold water, the key is to start small and prioritize consistency over intensity. You absolutely don't need to leap into an ice bath or endure prolonged discomfort. Begin by simply ending your usual warm shower with 15 to 30 seconds of cool water, gradually increasing the duration as your body adapts. Alternatively, try splashing cold water on your face, neck, or arms each morning, or simply soak your hands and forearms in a bowl of chilled water for 30 seconds. These small acts can yield truly profound results. Consider the story of Gloria, a 76-year-old retiree who had battled chronic joint pain, stiffness, and persistent brain fog for years. When her grandson suggested cold water rinses, she laughed, dismissing it as a trend for younger, hardier folks. But curiosity got the better of her, and she began ending her daily shower with 30 seconds of cold water. The first few days were uncomfortable, but within 2 weeks, she noticed a remarkable shift. Her mornings felt clearer, her knees were less stiff, and her mood was unexpectedly brighter. "It's like I'm shocking myself awake, not just my body, but my whole spirit," she said. By the end of the month, her joint pain had noticeably decreased, and she felt more energized and engaged in her daily life. This practice is particularly valuable for older adults as it addresses multiple age-related concerns simultaneously. Beyond improving circulation and reducing inflammation, cold water exposure enhances mental resilience, helping to combat the lethargy and emotional slumps that can sometimes accompany aging. It also supports the body's natural detoxification processes by stimulating lymphatic drainage, which can become sluggish with age, potentially leading to toxin buildup and compromised immunity. Moreover, the activation of brown fat offers metabolic benefits that can help seniors manage weight and blood sugar levels, significantly reducing the risk of chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes. The true beauty of cold water exposure lies in its simplicity. No gym memberships, no expensive equipment, just a willingness to embrace a brief moment of discomfort for long-term gain. To effectively incorporate this habit, start with a manageable approach. If a cold shower feels daunting, try turning the water to cool for just the last 15 seconds of your shower, focusing on your arms, legs, or back. Alternatively, fill a bowl with cold water and simply dip your hands or splash your face each morning. Aim for daily consistency, even if the exposure is brief. Over time, you may find yourself actually craving the invigorating sensation as it becomes a powerful signal to your body and mind that you're ready to seize the day. Try it for a week and pay close attention to the subtle shifts in your energy, mood, and physical comfort. Cold water exposure isn't about enduring punishment. It's about rediscovering the body's innate vitality and reconnecting with the natural rhythms that have sustained humanity for millennia. Finally, we arrive at a cornerstone of healthy aging that is often overlooked: a consistent sleep-wake schedule. Poor sleep is too often dismissed as an inevitable consequence of aging, a burden seniors must simply endure. However, this misconception overlooks a powerful truth. Maintaining a consistent sleep-wake schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day, including weekends, can be one of the most effective habits for preventing chronic disease, enhancing mental clarity, and extending a vibrant, healthy life. By aligning your daily routine with your body's innate 24-hour circadian rhythm, you optimize critical physiological processes, from hormone regulation to tissue repair, creating a foundation for wellness that rivals even the most advanced medical interventions. The circadian rhythm is essentially your body's internal clock, orchestrating a complex symphony of functions. Melatonin released to induce sleep, cortisol production for daytime alertness, immune activity to fight infections, and crucial tissue repair during deep sleep. As we age, this clock can become less precise, often disrupted by irregular bedtimes, late-night screen exposure, or random daytime naps. Such disruptions can wreak havoc on your system, contributing to blood sugar imbalances, frustrating memory lapses, weakened immunity, and increased inflammation. A 2021 study in Sleep Medicine Reviews explicitly linked irregular sleep patterns to heightened risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and even Alzheimer's disease, underscoring the serious stakes of a disordered rhythm. Conversely, a consistent sleep-wake schedule restores order and predictability, enabling your body to anticipate and prepare for both rest and activity. This predictability optimizes hormone release and significantly enhances crucial repair processes that happen while you sleep. Consider Frances, a 78-year-old widow who had struggled with restless nights, debilitating daytime fatigue, and foggy mornings for years. She had tried everything: sleep aids, herbal teas, warm baths, and even meditation apps, but nothing provided lasting relief. Her grandson, a health sciences student, suggested a simple but disciplined approach. Choose a fixed bedtime and wake-up time, and stick to them, no matter how poorly she might have slept the night before. Skeptical but desperate, Frances settled on 10 p.m. for bedtime and 6 a.m. for waking. Within just 3 weeks, she began waking without an alarm. Her energy levels surged, and her arthritis flare-ups became noticeably less frequent and severe. "It's like my body finally knows what to do," she said, marveling at the change. This newfound predictability allowed her brain's lymphatic system, its built-in janitor, to more effectively clear waste proteins linked to neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's, a vital process that occurs most efficiently during deep sleep. A consistent sleep schedule offers truly far-reaching benefits. It stabilizes essential hormones like melatonin, which naturally promotes sleep, and cortisol, which supports daytime alertness and immune balance. When these hormones are out of sync, seniors may often feel tired during the day, yet frustratingly wired at night, a pattern that exacerbates stress and compromises overall health. A 2019 study in Nature Communications found that sleep irregularity could be as detrimental as insufficient sleep, increasing risks of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular issues. By contrast, a steady schedule reduces overall stress, specifically supports heart and blood vessel health, and enhances digestion by aligning all bodily functions with predictable cycles. To adopt this incredibly important habit, choose a bedtime that allows for 7 to 8 hours of sleep tailored to your natural rhythm, perhaps 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Stick to it rigorously, even after a restless night, and avoid heavy meals, caffeine, or bright screens at least an hour before bed. Instead, create a calming wind-down ritual to signal to your body and mind that it's time for rest. Listen to soft music, practice gentle stretching, or read a calming book. Over time, your body will learn to associate these cues with sleep, making the entire process feel effortless and natural. This habit isn't flashy, but it's absolutely foundational. It essentially resets your health nightly, supporting your brain, heart, and immune system without pills or expense. Thank you for joining us on this journey through 6 simple yet transformative habits that can reshape your health and vitality, especially after 60. These aren't just tips, they're a framework for reclaiming your energy, clarity, and joy, one small, consistent step at a time. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. We'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you're most excited to bring into your daily life? Maybe it's drinking that morning glass of water, committing to a daily brisk walk, trying deep breathing for the first time, embracing a cool shower, or finally setting that consistent sleep schedule. Share it in the comments below. This community thrives on your insights and motivation. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support truly helps us keep creating content to inspire and empower you to live your best life. Here's to living well every single day.